wish I was driving a convertible and I had a 10-gallon hat. Alas, I never thought of that. Maybe next time when I come down here. As for the 10-gallon hat, I haven't been able to find a store I could buy one. Not one for an outrageous price, at least. I went to the Galleria in Houston today. It's a gorgeous mall filled with a lot of brands I've never even seen outlets before. They had a Burberry there. I know that my Blade Runner jacket's supposed to be a knockoff of a Burberry from 1981. I looked around inside, didn't see anything even remotely similar. It seemed to be more women's fashions. They had some stores there that it looked like you were not just buying some clothing, you were buying the ambiance. Some were set up like you were walking into a nightclub, and in the back on some small shelves there with the clothes. It was something to see. I got some sushi, enjoyed my lunch, bought a couple books, and now I'm on my way back to Bay City. Bay City is definitely not Houston. It's small town Texas. Ooh, roadkill. It's definitely small town Texas. A mix of ranches, farms, rice paddy fields, and lots of seafood. It seems about half the size it originally was. I think that's because most of the industry's left the area. There's still a lot though, but it's nowhere near what it used to be. They built some really nice hotels in anticipation of several new construction projects that were supposed to come to the area, but they never panned out. I'm staying at the Comfort Suites. It's really nice. If you have to be away from home for a few weeks, it's nice to stay in a place like the Comfort Suites. I go to work tomorrow. I was supposed to be off tomorrow, but they moved my day off up to Thursday today. So I'll be in the plant tomorrow and working straight through until I leave next Thursday. It's been a successful trip. I've done well. I've liked the people I've worked with. And I don't think I'd ever like to do this again. I'm going to actually try to avoid doing it. I don't know how these guys take being away from home as long as they are. It's got to be rough on the family lives, though. Well, let me see. What's been happening? I have been disconnected from everything. It looks like I'm posting a lot on Facebook. I am. That's mostly because I just feel so far removed from everything that is happening. Oh my goodness. It's like a garbage cans blew out from this home and they are a road hazard. Gotta get out of here. Okay. How's that for excitement? I've been reading a couple books since I got down here. Well, I just picked up Game of Thrones. I figure if they're making this series on HBO, and so many of my friends have spoke well of it, I really ought to read it. So I'm going to start reading this series. I'm not normally a fantasy reader. Lord of the Rings is probably the biggest fantasy story I've read, or the purest fantasy story I've read. Let me see, what else? I've been reading the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. I'm through most of it. I've really enjoyed it. I was very hesitant at first. And I'm glad I got into it after much of the story's been published. I've been really surprised that one of the main bad guys is one of his greater known villains. That of Randall Flagg, the walking dude. The bad guy from his novel The Stand. And he plays Martin Broadcloak in this. And he is fantastic. Though I don't think he has the presence that he had when he was just known as Randall Flagg. But it's kind of nice to get an origin story for that character. The story's good. I understand this is King's magnum opus. The only good thing I can say about it so far, the really good thing I can say about it so far is King's weak point is he's never able to end a story. He tells fantastic stories and they just end. They don't really end properly. So this is still ongoing. So as long as he doesn't end it, he's going to do all right. No, I don't want to give any away. I don't want to give it away. But it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. And I've liked it a lot. Texas is a real nice place. I enjoy the people. I've really enjoyed the food. I've enjoyed what I've seen. I wouldn't want to stay down here because of the weather, though. That's about the only drawback I have to say about the area is the weather's terrible. It's windy all the time, and I know it's going to be oppressively hot in just a couple weeks. Oppressively hot. Give me my mountains. Give me West Virginia. That's home for me. Well, I'm going to try to do more of these videos before I head back. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do more of them up to now. Just haven't had the time. Been very, very busy. And head's going six ways at once. Hopefully in the weeks to come, I'll be out and about more, and I'm hoping to reconnect with some friends in the near future. But take care. In the meantime, I hope you're doing well. I'll see you.